Michelin-starred chef Pierre White is looking for Britain's top restaurant run by a couple.
I'm in search of great couples who deliver great food with friendly service with a smile.
If the chef is talented and the front of house efficient and they're a couple, it's a winning formula.
When couples get it right, they get it really right.
Marco is visiting cities all over the UK where the couples will have one chance to cook and serve their best dish.
You've got 30 minutes to prove to me that you can cook.
Absolutely, sir. Chef. No, Marco.
That's got to be the worst thing I think I've ever eaten. If I was a Michelin inspector, I would give you a star just on what I've eaten.
They're cooking to win a place in Marco's Battle Kitchen.
This will be one of the toughest services of your life.
They'll compete against each other. 3 restaurants under one roof.
Anna, need your help? Anna.
Your bread looks like a decomposed beached whale. Tick-tock, tick-tock.
Where the couples will serve their best menu to 75 diners.
Don't come bitching to me, eh? I haven't got time to be nice.
In their bid to be the winner of Kitchen Wars.
It's coming. It's
gone to pot, I'm afraid.
This is war.
Last time on Kitchen Wars, Marco started his nationwide search in Leeds.
Good morning, Leeds.
And London.
I don't do just handshakes, I do kisses.
I never kiss on the first date, madam.
7 places were filled in Marco's final 12.
Fantastic.
Now only 5 places remain. The competition is tougher than ever.
Crumbs, I'll cut myself. Ooh.
Today, Marco's specially designed kitchen truck is in Liverpool.
We've arrived in the northwest. What I know about this region is the chefs are grafters. They're hard-working. They're passionate. The producers have great produce here.
Marco has invited the region's best restaurateur couples to cook and serve him on the truck.
What I'm looking for is great food. Italian, Indian, modern British. You name it, I want to taste it.
1 dish, 30 minutes. Which couples will have the right combination of culinary flair and faultless service to impress this 3 Michelin-starred maestro? First up to battle the elements and try to impress Marco are engaged couple Rosaria and Maurizio from the Italian club Fish in Liverpool.
We're confident, I think. We're not arrogant.
No,
We're confident.
They've worked together for 6 years, serving up Italian cuisine with a British twist.
Rosaria, she's a very, very good manageress. I can't run the business without her.
He's a great chef, and I don't think if we weren't engaged that I could afford him.
In typical Italian fashion, it's a family affair.
This is what they deserve.
Absolutely. This is what they're good at.
But there's one thing that could hold them back.
We've heard Marco doesn't like women who talk too much, so I'm going to maybe try and keep that under.
Hello. You're obviously the boss.
Yeah.
How did I know that?
Because you know strong women, don't you, Marco?
Let's not get into that. What are you going to cook for me?
So, black king squid agliolini with some nice clams, cherry tomato and mushroom.
You've got 30 minutes.
Thank you.
Is this working?
Good luck, chef.
Thank you.
They haven't even started and Marco is already picking fault.
Do you think these have any flavour?
They got a bit of flavor, yes.
Only a bit.
Just, you know, the right flavor.
If you can put flavour into these, you're a genius.
Are we going to get enough flavour from this?
Yeah.
I don't like those mushrooms.
He doesn't like those mushrooms?
They're from the supermarket.
Yeah, that's...
They're tasteless.
You know what? They're not... First of all, they're not from the supermarket.
No, but you can buy them in the supermarket.
Yes, but secondly of all, what we're doing is what the customer would like, not necessarily what you would like.
Do you want to come to London with me?
With the clock ticking, Maurizio starts to make his pasta while Rosaria lays the table.
What's all these plates for?
These plates are for... This is for the bread. Pay attention. This is for the bread.
Yeah.
You tell Chef he's got 5 or 6 minutes. He needs to get a wiggle on.
Do you think he could cook for 25 people?
Absolutely. I think you should employ him. C'hai un minuto, dai. Mettilo sul piatto già. Dai, vai, metti sul piatto adesso. Adesso, Mauri, mettilo sul piatto. Mettilo.
You're out of time.
Maurizio. You know, sometimes you have to wait a little bit longer for something that's perfection.
So what you're saying is, this is going to be the best bowl of pasta I've ever eaten in my life.
I think it'll be one of the best, yeah.
A bold statement from Rosaria, but will Maurizio's dish live up to the hype? Marco chooses to dine with Rosaria's mum, Maria.
Very nice juice. Delicious clams.
Yeah, they're very nice.
I told you about those mushrooms.
Yes.
What do you think of this?
Stunning. Beautiful.
And the mushrooms? Silence speaks volumes.
Mummy, you better watch it, Mummy.
Mixed reviews of the dish, but with a coveted place in his final 12 at stake, has Marco seen something special to sway him?
The mushrooms, I didn't like them. You ran out of time. The clams were cooked perfectly. The juices were delicious. And because you're a fantastic couple, and because you cooked me a delicious lunch, with a few minor errors, you'll be joining me in London in the final 12. This competition is all about couples. It's not just about the chef. And you, without doubt, are sensational.
I thought we were going out. I'm really pleased. Are you pleased?
Yeah, I'm really happy.
If I had the chance to employ that lady, I would, because she is the perfect front of house manageress.
A fantastic start to the day, and now only 4 places remain in Marco's final 12. Coming up, Marco unearths more talent in Liverpool.
You are the Eminem of Moss Side.
Ditches his truck and heads for Scotland.
I know if I make a mistake today, I'm screwed.
And causes confusion in Cardiff.
Absolutely, chef. No,
Marco.
Marco Pierre White is in Liverpool looking for amazing couples who run restaurants. He's already put 8 couples through to his final 12. So with only 4 places left, have the next couple got what it takes to wow Marco? They certainly think so.
It's all about couples. This is the best relationship you can have, which is a mother and a son.
Tanhanda was given the Horseshoe restaurant and bar by his father and runs it with his mother, Parvin.
So you run a restaurant called The Horseshoe?
We do indeed.
High volume, big covers.
Over the week, 600 to 700 as a minimum. So it's busy.
That's good, it's busy.
Busy kitchen.
So this is no sweat for you?
No, this is not a problem.
You know the deal. You've got 30 minutes to impress me, to charm me, to feed me. Have you got personality?
I'll leave you to decide on that one.
Did you get degrees for it?
For personality. I won awards for personality.
Really?
I did indeed. I enjoy partying and I enjoy dining out, wining out, and seeing that my restaurant is still, at the top, I would say.
Do you make your customers laugh?
I make them laugh, but not to the extent where...
You haven't made me laugh yet. You told me you had personality.
If you like, I can come over there and tickle you if you like.
That won't make me laugh, trust me.
Warm up the butter because it's so cold. I need melted butter.
That's right, Mum. I think Mum's got more personality than you.
Well, I did get it from her.
I'm being honest. The star of the show is Mummy. Can she cook for 25 people by herself? My instincts tell me not, because within that large restaurant, they have a large team of chefs. And maybe she's the leader, but it's the team behind her which are doing the graft.
As Parvin adds the finishing touches to her dish, Tan tarts up his table.
He's very cool, your boy, isn't he? I bet he's got a really flash motor car, hasn't he?
And I know
what car do you drive, sir?
Very simple car.
It's
a Maserati,
Maserati.
A Ferrari. How did I know that?
I wonder how
and
you
no
knew
one
I had a
told
Maserati.
me. It just goes with the jacket, the trousers, the jeans. You like a bit of bling, don't you?
Bit of bling. I like a lot of bling. You see me on a good day today.
Parvin serves up Merg Kali Murch, or black pepper chicken.
Well, that's well made.
Lovely lunch. Lovely.
That's very nice.
Thank you very much.
It's very nice.
Nicely cooked chicken.
Yeah.
Your father knew what he was doing.
It's absolutely superb. Beautiful. Very moist.
Dad's invested his trust, but will Marco follow suit?
Your boy, he's sharp, he's clever, he's intelligent. He has got personality. But Mum, you know how to cook. You cook really well. It was a pleasure watching you. I have to make the decision. Do you know why I'm not taking you to London? Not because you can't cook, not because you haven't got charm and personality. It's because I don't believe that you could feed 25 people to the standard that I expect.
It's been an experience, but I am confident I can cook for 25. But it's one of those things.
We've seen her do it. She does it every week.
So I do it day in, day out.
As well as the horseshoe's traditional Indian dish, Marco was served more international cuisine, and from some of the most unlikely chefs.
Dad, do you know that this pan's gone out?
I feel really, really, really humbled to be cooking for him and give him a little chance to taste a white guy cooking some Caribbean food. I feel honoured. Curry goat, Caribbean kebabs, jerk chicken, barbecue chicken, spicy fried chicken, red snapper fish, rice and peas, a Jamaican patty, dumplings. Yeah, they're nice.
Have you been to Jamaica?
No, I haven't.
Have you been to India?
We haven't
yet, no.
When fiancés Stephen and Carly moved to Cumbria, they noticed a gap in the restaurant market.
It was a 24-mile round trip to get a takeaway, so that took the edge off. So we just created all our own curries, didn't we?
Yeah.
Do you think to make an exceptional curry, you have to be born in India?
Absolutely not.
You don't think it needs to be in the blood?
No, I don't think anything does. I think you can learn to do anything if you've got passion about it.
David's got passion in abundance, but sometimes it runs away with him.
That is, again, I'm going to put onto here after to give it in browning again. It's to be on the barbecue. I've got some butter here, which I'm going to brush it with the butter.
You speak very fastly, you know that.
I do.
You are the Eminem of Moss Side.
Thank you.
You're a great rapper.
Really, I mean it, really, really.
God bless.
Means so much to me, Marco.
Lots of flavours, lots of textures. But it's not what I'm looking for. You know, I wanted something a little bit finer. I just felt you didn't show me enough of yourselves and what you do for me to take you back to London.
Although not to the standard Marco's looking for, the crowd's reaction proves whatever the couple's heritage, a passion for food goes a long way.
It's lovely.
Fantastic.
But one competitor in particular has come further than most to follow his dream. Former colorectal surgeon Lal Haider swapped prostates for pots and pans.
What made you say no to being a surgeon?
Well, it was inside me, you know, I wanted to cook, but it had a big lid on me, put by my parents.
A bit like the rice?
Well, yes, I'll put it there. So I did what they wanted me to do. I got a career, which was medicine, did it 21 years. But this was somewhere there, I just had to do it. And you carve meat and you don't have to worry about, you know, sewing it back again and, you know, waking it up again. So, you know, it's a lot more relaxed, it's more fun.
Lal cooks Marco lamb kebabs with spicy rice.
For a man who is self-taught, it's a very clean plate of food. It's very good. It's not exceptional. And because it's not exceptional, that's why I can't take you back to London to join my final 12.
I think I'm just too green. You know, 2 years is probably nothing.
Today in Liverpool, 3 of the contestants were self-taught. You could tell they were self-taught. They haven't got that discipline. It's not what I'm looking for. It's not fine enough. And I think had they come to London with me, they would have really struggled.
It's the next morning and Marco's final day on Merseyside. But before the truck moves on, there are 2 couples left to see. Chef Angela Dwyer and her partner Julia Roberts from Peak Restaurant in North Wales. And Chris Marshall and his wife Joanne from Marshall's in Warrington.
Tell me what you're cooking.
Cooking seared scallops with caramelised pig's head and apple puree.
Have you done this dish before?
Yeah, it's been on the menu.
And did you do it in less than 30 minutes?
Yeah, if we do what we do every Saturday night, I think, you know, yeah, we can definitely win it.
Angela spent over 14 years cooking in top restaurants in London and is no stranger to feeding the rich and famous.
You cooked for Madonna. Was that nerve-wracking?
No, it wasn't nerve-wracking at all.
Were you nervous today cooking for me?
No.
So tell me, what you're cooking for me?
Smoked haddock chowder.
You have 30 minutes.
Thank you.
Drawing on all their experience, chefs Chris and Angela have both decided to cook simple dishes.
Now tell me, it's an interesting way of opening a scallop, chef.
Yeah?
He's doing all right, I think.
10 minutes in, and Angela is already adding haddock to her chowder, while Chris chops his apples. After 20 minutes, Chris is dressing his scallops, while Angela is plating up.
Chris is quite calm normally, but I think you can see now that he's come to the end and he's feeling the pressure a little bit.
With 30 minutes up, Chris is still not finished.
You've only done one side, Chef. Can we start again? Do you want a bit more? Do you want another 30 minutes? You can have another 30 minutes, Chef.
We're there.
But it's a different story for Angela.
Here goes. Beautiful haddock. I'm going to take you to London to join me in my final 12.
Thank you.
Well done.
Great. Fantastic. Thank you.
Can you believe you went down with 2 scallops and a piece of pork?
Chris is out of time and out of the competition.
All we know at the moment is we're off to London to cook for 25 people.
Yes.
With Peak Restaurant filling another spot in Marco's final 12, 3 places remain. It's time to pack up and move on from the northwest. Leaving no stone unturned in his quest to find the UK restaurant industry's best couple, Marco has ditched his truck and is heading north of the border. He's on his way to visit a couple running a highly recommended restaurant with Michelin star credentials. But before that, there's just time for a spot of lunch.
I'm just outside Aberdeen on the east coast because I've been told the best fish and chips in Scotland are to my left.
1 year ago, Ruth and Alex Graham left their lives in London behind to open Hornblower's Chippy in the seaside village of Gurdon.
This is delicious. Comfort food to me is when it takes you back in time, takes you back to your childhood. Because if we think about our childhoods, that's when our palate was developed. Can I say, these are the best fish and chips I've had in 35 years.
Thank you.
To cook for someone like Pierre White is just phenomenal. I never thought he'd be eating our fish and chips. It's amazing.
I think I'm dreaming, actually.
It's the next morning and Marco has one more visit to make in Scotland.
I'm on my way to a tiny restaurant in the middle of Perthshire called The Roost, run by a young couple, Anna and Tim. Tim has got a fantastic pedigree. Could this be the jewel in Scotland's crown?
Built on the site of an old hen house, The Roost is the brainchild of husband and wife Tim and Anna Dover.
It's very nice, isn't it? How long have you been open?
We've been open, it's coming up 4 years.
Although Tim and Anna are cooking in their own restaurant, the competition rules are the same.
30 minutes, 1 dish.
Tim has worked in some top kitchens, including the Michelin-starred Martin Wishart in Edinburgh and Daniel's in New York.
When Marco walked in, I was absolutely terrified. I know if I make a mistake today, I'm screwed.
He's got a big reputation, but a tiny kitchen.
Timothy, your time has come.
I think I've lost the stone already, to be honest.
He's just as I expected, actually. Tall, with big hair, and a chef's jacket.
How's he going?
Very good, Marco.
Tim has the advantage of cooking for Marco in his own kitchen, but the added pressure of serving a restaurant full of customers.
Is that my venison?
That's your venison loin going in the pan just now, Marco, yeah.
Chef, the time is running and you're playing around with puddings.
I know, Marco, sorry.
Don't worry about me, the customers are more important.
OK.
I'm only joking. So you've got 10 minutes for the tarte tatin?
Yes.
So what you're telling me is you've got all the time in the world. So I'm going to have a little chat with your dear lady.
No problem, Marco.
Anna was a trained solicitor before giving it all up to open the restaurant.
So you've had to learn as you've gone
Before
along?
I came here, I had never waited a table, made a coffee, poured a drink. I'd always been served. But then...
You married a restaurant chef?
Married a restaurant chef, so I knew that at some stage I would probably need to serve his food.
Anna, she's very strong, very presentable, welcomes the customers beautifully. Tim has a great pedigree. Restaurants in New York, restaurants in Edinburgh, Michelin starred. These are the people that I'm looking for. They've only got one thing left to do, is deliver on the plate.
Coming up, the pressure is on in Perthshire.
I'll be gutted if that's what knocks me out, you know.
Marco takes his truck to the southwest and gets tough.
In quite a brutal mood.
Marco Pierre White is on a mission to find the best couple running a restaurant in the UK. And today he's at the Roost restaurant in Perthshire, Scotland, to visit husband and wife Tim and Anna Dover. Confident chef Tim has just 30 minutes to cook Marco one dish to try and win a place in the next round.
I know if I make a mistake today, I'm screwed.
As time ticks on, Tim is starting to feel the pressure.
How long, chef?
A few minutes now, I'm getting slightly worried. This sand seems to be going a bit faster now.
Chef, you've run out of time.
I've not.
Can you believe that? And you told me you'd be ready.
I'm sure that's not half an hour, chef.
He's run out of time. Can you believe that?
No way.
Well, he had a big
Extraordinary. There you are,
service
chef.
to do.
One little tart tatin, little spinach, some prepared vegetables.
Maybe it's because he's serving all the other customers, Marco.
Initially confident, Tim plated up 5 minutes over time.
I had that all time. There's not a chance that was 30 minutes. I'm sure he's winding me up. I hope he is. And if he isn't, I hope he enjoys his lunch, because I'll be gutted if that's what knocks me out, you know.
Now, chef, a very pretty plate of food.
Thank you very much, Marco.
What made you cook me another piece of venison?
I think it represents food from the area.
Nicely hung. I could eat it all, actually. You ran out of time, though, didn't you? Are you telling me that you could cook for 25 people in 1 hour 45, a 3-course meal?
Yes. I'm not letting you down twice.
So what I'm going to tell you is, I will take you back to London with me. You will join me for my final 12. But next time, don't let yourself down. Make sure you finish in time.
Fantastic.
Next time I might not be so kind.
Thank you.
Congratulations and good luck. They are the jewel in Perthshire's crown, without question. I'm confident that they will look after the punters well in London.
I'm not one for going down there and just fading away, you know. We're in it to win it now, and we're definitely going to give it 100% to make sure we do our best, you know.
As Marco heads south, his kitchen truck is back on the road. Next stop, Cardiff. Couples from all over the southwest will be stepping aboard the truck in an attempt to serve Marco the perfect plate of food with sparkling service in just 30 minutes.
The one thing I know about the southwest is they have great produce, fantastic produce. I'm told in Cardiff they like their leeks. Let's see what they can do with them. But if I'm truly honest, I've never eaten well here. So what I'm expecting is for them to impress me for the very first time.
And first up to face Marco, a 29-year-old chef Ashley and his wife Carla, who run 22 Mill Street, a modern British restaurant in Devon.
I've always wanted to be a chef when I was growing up, but I started washing dishes until someone crazily offered me a job in the kitchen, and then that was it then, never looked back.
I've come basically on board to basically portray Ashley's passion to the guests out the front of the restaurant.
They're the youngest couple to take on the kitchen truck, but they're not here to make up the numbers.
We wouldn't be here if we didn't think we were good enough to get through. We're hoping we are. Fingers crossed, you know, we should be up there with the best.
Lovely to meet you.
Hello, Carla. Marco. Hello. You nervous?
Yes, sir.
Just a little.
You should be.
Good luck.
Good luck. Thank you very much.
Ashley starts by frying his pork loin, while Marco grills Carla.
Tell me about your restaurant.
We only have a 22-seater restaurant,
A
Marco.
22-seater?
Yes, absolutely.
Tiny, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It is compared to some.
Why don't you do 2 sittings? 44 covers a night.
You're going to think I'm silly.
How do you know I haven't already made that decision?
I'm sure you probably have.
I haven't, actually.
Oh, sorry. I'm saying it's too wrong.
Have you pierced your tongue?
Yes.
That's interesting. You saying?
I'm sorry, I've forgotten.
As Carla struggles with her nerves, can Ashley stay calm at the stove?
Are you sure those mushrooms are meant to be like this, chef?
I will,
well, look at that one.
Like I say, yeah, I wouldn't serve that one.
You wouldn't serve that one?
No. I'll double check them before I
think you should.
I wish I'd brought more now.
I'm sure you do. Is this going to be a mess?
No, sir. Certainly not. Sorry, sir.
No, Marco.
Sorry, Marco.
So you're telling me everything he does well?
Yes, chef.
Marco.
Marco, sorry.
You've given me 3 names now.
Chef,
Sir, Chef and Marco.
And Marco is which you prefer, so I shall use that one. Sir, Chef. No, Marco.
At least Ashley seems to be keeping his cool.
Am I able to finish early? Is that possible?
Of course.
That is until Marco piles on the pressure.
Am I getting it well done? Am I getting it medium?
Oh, sorry. Just cooked.
I'd like medium.
Medium, OK.
Chef.
Yeah, warmed. How long have I got, chef?
Well, have a look. You tell me.
Right, I'm plating up now.
Really? Do I get any water?
Fortunately, Marco, we couldn't find a jug.
And look, there's one here. And you told me you were going to plate up early. Isn't that interesting?
Time's up, but Ashley won't serve his dish until it's looking picture perfect.
Do you think you could do this for 25 people?
Oh, yeah.
Are you sure?
Oh, God.
Come on,
Swallow
Carla.
me up and kill me right now.
What I do like, he's made a picture on a plate, but most chefs who make pictures on a plate do it to hide their lack of technical ability. What you've done is shown off your technical ability. But in making it all so pretty, you lose temperature. You're charming. You've got great restaurant charisma. You cooked me a lovely lunch.
Thank you.
But because you burnt the mushrooms, because you ran out of time, you won't be joining me in London for my final 12 couples. But I wish you well, a safe journey home. Take my advice. You've got a bright future.
Thank you very much.
God bless.
Thank you.
You'll never get a better front of house.
No, definitely.
God bless. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much.
Not a winning start for Marco in Cardiff, but it's early days and there's still everything to play for.
I make my own sausages in the restaurant, and it's a pork, black pudding, smoked bacon sausage. I'm into my trios at the moment.
Yeah, he likes doing his
Makes
trio.
it a bit more difficult, but...
Yeah, I used to be into trios.
Did you?
Yeah, Michelin stars.
Yes, of course.
I can see by the way you've laid everything out, it's very classical.
Yes, absolutely. Classically trained.
So you won't be wobbling, that's what you're telling me.
My hands are not shaking at the moment.
I've been sort of kitchen trained.
What does that mean?
Well, some chefs have taught me how to do it.
Some chefs?
First dish I ever did was a tuna sandwich.
I like sausages.
No, they're one of the only things you can eat breakfast, lunch and dinner.
What about eggs? Oh, genius. Did you ever work in a flambe restaurant? Chef, you're starting to wobble. That classical foundation of yours is crumbling. Are you panicking?
Yeah, just a little bit.
That's what I like to hear. Why'd you hide your beautiful sausage? I want to see my sausage. I want to see my scallops. So your Monte Obo in your sauce, your panna cottas are cooking, and your main course is going cold. Genius.
Try as they might, the couples all have one thing in common. Done a good job.
He's worked too hard, in my opinion. Tried too hard. Just serve them the great sausage. Why disguise it?
A bit more extra flavour.
Cool. I didn't like your dish.
Okay.
Like lots of chefs, they make it all too fussy. The only thing that was missing was the kitchen sink.
After nearly a full day on the truck, Marco hasn't put a single couple through to the next round, and he's still waiting for his first decent meal in Cardiff. Hoping to change all that, are Chef David Humphries and his best mate Geraint Rees from Mulberry Street, a modern European restaurant in Llandaff.
It's a nice friendly
It's like coming out for a meal as if you're sitting in your own house.
But it's been a long day for Marco.
In quite a brutal mood. What are you cooking for me?
We're doing pan-fried skate.
I like skate.
And smoked bacon risotto. And a cockle butter.
Sounds horrible.
Oh dear. Good luck, boys.
Apparently, they tell people that they serve the best food here in this city. So my expectations are very high.
I know it's Marco, but I think if you get the mindset that it's another customer, it might make it a bit easier. That's what I'm trying to convince myself anyway.
Keep dreaming, David.
You gonna chop an onion?
Yeah.
Is that what you call fine?
Yes, sir.
Shall I show you how to cut an onion fine? Right, let's see who's as fine then.
Marco's knife skills are world class, and he expects nothing less from the chefs on his truck.
That's what I call fine.
Things are going from bad to worse for the boys.
You've got 10 minutes to make a mess of it. There's nothing worse than raw rice.
But as the heat rises in the kitchen, Marco begins to thaw.
Well, what I'm seeing so far, apart from you chopping your onion rather coarsely, is some serious food. Looks nice. You're starting to impress me, David. For me, the rice needs cooking a little bit more. For me. Let's try the fish. Cooked to perfection.
At last, Marco enjoys a meal in Cardiff. But have the boys delivered that elusive winning dish from the southwest?
Good.
Nice.
Good.
I enjoyed your dish. The risotto was just a little undercooked, maybe another 2 minutes. The fish was perfectly cooked. You mostly do serve the best food in Cardiff. But I don't believe you serve the best food in the southwest. So having said that, you won't be joining me back in London for my final 12.
Thank you very much.
God bless, thank you.
Pleasure.
No, really good.
Obviously, we're a bit disappointed. Well, very disappointed. But there's positives to take from it.
G and David, they were that close to qualifying. David didn't know how to chop an onion. And maybe that's what made my decision.
Day 2 in the southwest and the final day of Marco's kitchen truck tour. After a barren first day in Cardiff, Marco still has 2 places remaining in his final 12.
I'd like to see your burns and that. Why have you got no burns on your wrist? Are you in the pastry?
Yeah, I'm pastry.
How did I know that?
The first couple of the day are Peter and Louise Robinson from the Old Butchers in the Cotswolds. They've been married for 14 years and have been in business together for 7.5.
I can't imagine not doing this with Pete. I can't imagine doing it with someone else. We literally work together, we go out together, we sleep together, we do everything together.
I wouldn't work the way that I did for anybody else.
Come through. The time for cuddling and kissing is over.
Macclesfield-born Pete has been working in kitchens since the age of 13 and has held some high-profile jobs in London and Cornwall.
I like the burns on your wrist.
Yeah.
We were hoping they were going to go down a few.
No, I like them. It shows me you work.
I have to work for a living.
You show me your graft.
For Pete and Louise, this competition is about more than just prestige.
And how's business?
No. It's been a tough few years in the restaurant business. It really has been hard. You know, things aren't as good as they would be. So hopefully for us, if we went any further, it would give us that boost, that push we need.
Yeah.
Pete's dish is highly technical, so Louise's support is vital if he wants to finish on time.
Have you cooked your macaroni al dente?
Yes.
Remember, I'm half Italian.
I tasted it.
Does that mean it's perfect?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You sure?
Positive.
What do you think, Peter?
Been married for 14 years, Marco. She says it's fine, it's fine.
Louise and Peter, they're very composed, they're very calm. You can see they work well together as a team.
But does Louise's interest in the food mean she's neglecting the service?
Louise, you haven't yet asked me a simple question.
Sorry, I haven't asked you a question.
No, a simple question.
How would you like your steak cooked?
Very good. I like it medium rare.
Sorry.
How long do you reckon you got on your timer?
You're almost there, Chef.
Fine.
It's a rush to finish, but as ever, Louise is there to back up her man.
Chef, look at the state of your plate.
Told you Mick likes making a mess.
Oh, you should be ashamed of yourself.
Just out of time, Pete serves up his slow-cooked oxtail with rare grilled beef fillet, bone marrow and truffle macaroni.
Here goes. Nice and tender. Beautiful meat. Now the macaroni with the oxtail. Your marrow bone was a little cold. Your beef was a little undercooked. But having said all that, I loved your cooking. I loved your dish. I'm going to bring you back to London with me for my final 12.
Excellent.
Well done.
Thanks so much.
Said everything was wrong.
But we're going smooth.
Louise and Peter, they work as a team. Nothing's too much trouble. Watching him was a joy. I'm looking forward to seeing them in London.
Pete and Louise provide Marco with his first great meal in Cardiff and become the first couple from the southwest to make it into the final 12. Coming up, with one place remaining in his final 12, Wales leaves a nasty taste in Marco's mouth.
That is disgusting.
Marco Pierre White is looking for the 12 best couples in the restaurant business. And with only one place left to fill, he's in Cardiff, meeting couples from all over the southwest. Along the way, Marco has eaten well over 50 meals, and it's clear that he's lost none of his passion for food.
I like skate. I do like oxtail. I do like macaroni. I like red cabbage. I like a big pig. I could almost throw away the pig and just eat the crackling. I like a bit more jerk. I like my pasta alla dente. I like big chunks of fat in my black pudding. I like rice and peas and curried goat. I like pappardelle. I love pig's head.
But there's one Welsh delicacy that is like kryptonite to this Michelin-starred chef.
Wales is famous for many things. One of them being lava bread. You may not have eaten it. It's seaweed. It's slimy. And to eat it, trust me, you have to be patriotic.
Undeterred, two plucky lads from the heart of the Welsh valleys are taking their culinary life in their own hands.
You like to try? Oh, do I want to try this? That's a big spoon.
We'll have to be quick because I'm going to run out of time.
That is disgusting. It tastes like a compost heap. If you can disguise that flavour, it's delicious. Trust me, you're really talented.
But Chef Anthony Christopher and his front of house, Marcos Benitos, from the Penikai Inn, are determined to convert Marco with their Welsh wizardry.
Oh, crumbs, I cut myself.
Ooh.
With the kitchen looking like a crime scene and time running out, Anthony's going to need help from front of house Marcos.
Get my rosti, Marcos, at the oven, please. Quickly, now.
Come on, Marcus, the chef's shouting. Marcus, the chef's shouting. What are you doing, Marcus? Are you trying to escape?
I'm not walking in the kitchen normally when I'm on the floor.
You're trying to go to Narnia through the back of the oven. Are you sure that fish is cooked?
Yeah.
Got 3 minutes.
Marco likes a warm plate, but perhaps not that warm.
Plate's a bit hot there.
Yeah, it is.
I love it when you reduce the sauce on the plate. Genius. See, Marcus should have told you the plate was a bit too hot. It didn't help you there,
He
did it,
didn't
Chef?
go and get it for me, did he? You left it in the oven. You should have gone, you should have looked in the oven. I told you before.
Yeah. You meant to help, Marcus. Marcus, you meant to help. You've sunk the chef. You've sent him down.
If we don't get through this today, it's your fault.
Just in time and against the odds, Anthony dishes up sea bass and shellfish on a lava bread and fennel rosti, all served on a plate hotter than the surface of the sun.
Even though the fish is overcooked, it's seasoned beautifully.
Thank you. I like it.
It's delicious.
Yeah?
You're the only man on earth who's ever made lava bread taste delicious. Anthony, you work very hard.
Thank you.
You really do. And I like grafters. Marcos, in my opinion, didn't support you the way you needed supporting. But unfortunately, I've got to send you back to the Brecon Beacons. But I thank you for your time.
No, it's fine.
I've loved meeting you.
Yeah.
You're lovely people.
There we are.
And you've just got to support your chef more.
Oh, that's the end of it then. Yeah?
There we are. The one mistake they made, which I can't close an eye to, is they didn't work as a team.
So there's only one more place up for grabs in Marco's final 12. And next up to try their luck are Olivier and Sheila Guillard, owners of Les Saveurs in Exmouth.
Olivier is a typical French chef, and I'm an Irish redhead, so sparks do fly.
But will this fiery Frenchman let the pressure get to him today?
Marco is my idol, so I'm very nervous to cook for him today. He's a very hard man to please. It's going to be a tough one for today, I think.
Tell me, where did you learn your trade, your craft?
I've learned with my craft with my dad. My dad used to have a very small restaurant. I used to see my dad, you know, cooking, smelling the sauces, and I just, you know, I always say, I want to be like you, Dad. I want to be a chef.
And so tell me about yourself.
Actually, my background is caring profession. I'm a community nursery nurse in the day. So
well, that must help you looking after the punters.
It does. It's actually, you just transfer the same skills, you know.
How did you find learning about trade?
Steep learning curve.
Olivier has worked in top kitchens around the world, including the Michelin-starred Morels in Hampshire.
Olivier, he's very comfortable in the kitchen. You can see he's professional. He's a class act. And tell me, in the summer do you work 7 days a week?
Only 5 days.
Only 5 days in the summer?
Yes.
Even when all the business is there?
Yes. I was diagnosed with cancer when I was 28, and I've learned you can't just work. Otherwise you just burn out.
Olivier's made a full recovery from cancer, but it's forced him to refocus his priorities.
Yeah, I think it actually made me a better person, a bit more, enjoy life a bit more, than not be such a prisoner in as the catering industry can be.
This is Olivier's passion, this is what he loves doing. I didn't want him to be working somewhere where he was unhappy.
Olivier's passion for food has got him this far, but today he's up against the clock.
Where's my plate?
We've got two plates here.
Need a plate, yeah?
Yeah.
You've got about 2 minutes left.
This is taking far too long.
Do you think you're going to make it in time, chef?
I hope so.
So we are out of time. I should really disqualify you, shouldn't I?
Olivier frantically plates up.
And voila.
Slow-poached Devonshire brill on a bed of chive mash with samphire, artichokes and nettle sauce.
You travelled 112 miles to cook me lunch. And I have to be very honest, it was a pleasure watching you.
Thank you, chef.
Here's something. If I was a Michelin inspector, I would give you a star just on what I've eaten.
Thank you very much, Marco.
You're going to come to London with me and join me in my final 12.
Thank you very much. Marco.
Thank you very much.
You deserve it. Well
Thank
cooked.
you. Thank you.
Well done, darling.
Well cooked. I want the public to witness and to experience what I've just witnessed and experienced. Really good.
We would like to try.
You want to try it?
We're dying to try it.
Very simple presentation. I couldn't ask for more.
We need to go back and practice and see what dish we're going to bring to London and go for it.
Olivier and Sheila are the second couple to make it through from the southwest and the last couple to win a place in Marco's final 12. It's time to pack up the truck. Over the last 2 weeks, Marco's search for the country's best independent restaurant run by a couple has seen him cover over 1,500 miles and taste every conceivable food from the four corners of the UK.
But it tastes delicious.
He's chosen 12 outstanding couples for the next round. Next week, 3 couples go head-to-head in Marco's first semi-final.
This will be one of the toughest services of your life.
Each serving 25 real diners in just 1 hour and 45 minutes.
Sheila, dessert, go, go, go.
In Marco's Battle Kitchen, 3 restaurants under one roof.
Come back from the dead. Push, push, push.
When service begins,
There we go. You're going to do it, Maury. I know you're going to do it. You are going to have to speed up, though.
there's nowhere to hide.
Get the food out, get the food out.
We're in the poo.
And Kitchen Wars is back next Thursday night at 8. Now, very few people in the world have survived 90% burns, but one of them is 15-year-old Terry. Next tonight on Channel 5, Extraordinary People tells her incredibly courageous recovery and looks ahead as she makes her future her own. Stay with us.